Welcome back to another Bitcoin and Ethereum update. This is going to be the last Bitcoin and Ethereum update for the year. So let's continue right off of where we finished the update about 2 weeks ago now. So we saw some bullish momentum come into both Bitcoin and ETH last week, but I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago. But what we spoke about was don't get too excited until this thing confirms the breakout setup. Okay. What we talked about both on Bitcoin and on ETH is that we need to break above our bullish moving average, which is the 34 EMA right here. So we ended the update 2 weeks ago on Bitcoin saying that we need to break out of this moving average right here, and price action needs to come back and support on the 34 EMA and give us a confirmation on the moving average, right? Well, that did not happen, and we rejected Bitcoin just about 2-3 days later after the update. Um, so after the update, Bitcoin came back and tested the 34 EMA, and then it rejected, and it's been trading back down ever since. Now, we did temporarily hold this bottom right here, but that's not a strong hold at all, and that gives us no reason to want to enter along here yet. All that was just a simple hold. Bitcoin won't be bullish until we can break through the 34 EMA and hold the confirmation support level. Um, to give you guys a even more clear picture, let's look at the ETH chart that we had. So ETH on the last update was above the 34 EMA, right? It was trading above the 34 EMA. But what we said, what we said and warned about was that Ethereum needs to pull back to the 34 EMA. And it did pull back to the 34 EMA, right? This is the pullback to the 34 EMA. But what didn't happen is we didn't hold the moving average, right? We did not hold. We just kept going through. So it's not enough that we break through the moving average, right? So if you didn't watch the video 2 weeks ago, highly, highly, highly recommend you guys watch the video from 2 weeks ago, because what we said was just because it breaks above the 34 EMA doesn't mean that the bullish trend has started, right? Yes, that's the first step to the bullish trend starting, but if it pulls back to the 34 EMA and it doesn't confirm, then it's just making a higher low before it comes back down and creates a lower low, right? We saw the same thing happen multiple times here, right? We saw it right here, right? It broke above the 34 EMA, came back, didn't confirm. We saw it right here. It broke above the 34 EMA, came back, and it didn't confirm. Now we see it again for the third time in a row, right? And look, each time it's made a higher low, higher low. No, I'm sorry. Each time it's made a lower high, lower high, lower high, and it continues to make lower lows, and lower lows. And yes, we did temporarily hold this low right here. And we did hold it doing a morning star setup, which is a bullish setup. And that's why we are seeing this retest of the 34 EMA. But like I said, right, we need to break above the 34 EMA, pull back to the 34 EMA, and confirm on the 34 EMAs, right? And the easiest way to get a visual confirmation um, of a confirmation happening, if you don't know what a confirmation is, you can use the 8 EMA kind of as your like hidden trick, kind of as your tool. If the 8 EMA never went up and crossed above the 34 EMA, then you know for sure any candles trading above the 34 EMA, they're just temporarily pumps. There's no actual change of the bullish trend yet until that moving average crosses over. Just like we saw right here, right? The white moving average crossed below and the thing sunk, right? So that's what we're looking for again, right here, right? If this white EMA never crosses, it's going to continue going lower. So it's a really good way to not get caught in these fakes, right? And then the best way to not get caught in the fakes is to wait for the confirmation, like I've been saying nonstop for the last 5 minutes. So that's the update on ETH. Good news is price levels have not changed whatsoever. on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they're going to be the same levels that were posted in the last Bitcoin and Ethereum update video, but we will go ahead and of course post those levels for you guys in the description and in the notes. So wait for the confirmation before entering any longs on Bitcoin and ETH. And that is the last update of the year.